exciting to see how he does. But I think there's lots of kind of cool back and forth potential. Two Spirit Heroes on the same team. Quincy crew seems like they have kind of a lot of carry potential potentially, especially with Magnus. Lots of Empower going around, but they have some limitations. Their burst damage isn't incredible on the Quincy crew side, but their disable's pretty good between Searing Chains and between Magnus RP and Fiend's Grip and Void Spirit Pulse. So I think they have a couple more options to get kills than Thunder Predator. But Glimpse is also, I'm sorry, that's a Lich, not a, for some reason he looked like Disruptor to me. But I don't know. We'll see how the combat goes. I'm excited to watch how the Shadow Fiend does, though.
I'm really excited to see this Shadow Fiend, to be quite honest. Generally, when I see a Shadow Fiend in South America, it's Chris Luck playing it, and unfortunately, they usually leave him high and dry. So he has a really difficult time playing this match. But Leo Style, I've seen him do work with the Shadow Fiend, and, you know, it's funny because... that would look pretty nice, but I'm not sure about this, MJZ. Can you at least get the root? No, he's going to be able to stay alive, and... they still managed to grab it up. MNZ joining in. They could turn this back around over here on Lelis. Body blocks coming out from Matthew. The Frost Blast plus that, and just like that. Starting off nice and strong here, but Pexy will be able to go and get a revenge kill.
Oh, this is rough. He's going to lose all of his mana, and he's only got one mango. Might just be
he might
dead
just lose
here.
His life at this point. And in this case, it's not great, but you're at least coming back to lane with full health and mana, all right?
Yes, really good plays by Matthew there. His stuns were excellent both times. 3 times, actually. It was a lot of stuns from Nyx. Makes the hero look more effective when you can disable that many people. But he's going to have damage issues for sure. Suicided to the tier 2, I think.
That's what I assume,
suicided to tier 2 for the respawn. He didn't even get touched, so nobody gets a direct gold advantage.
The dream. That's how you want to do it. Yeah, man. Frank's Beastmaster is like so well known in SA and NA too. You know, the more that we have these NA SA tournaments, more people are going to be onto it. But Lelis is struggling so hard in this bottom lane. This is second death. Frost Shield over onto MJZ. He's going to be able to out trade here with Pexu, despite the fact that he has the Fairy Fires. It's just, that's a disaster. A double kill for MNZ. He's still in his lane. He can go right back to hitting creeps. Oof.
The anti-mage Orb of Venom, it hurts so bad. When taking some good damage here. So, despite the fact that we have 6 kills at 2 minutes into the game, last hit wise, Ember is doing better than Shadow Fiend. He's got a 4 last hit advantage, but that'll change as SF gets more and more levels. Right now, he's just zoning him with the threat of Raze stacking.
That's some plays being made towards the Beastmaster in the top lane. You are, though, figuring, all right, I want to go back, hit creeps. I don't feel like we're going to be able to do too much to Frank, although they do manage to get the taunt off. Do a decent amount of damage, but with this 4-2, slowing him down. And Matthew just pulling the creeps over here. Oh, look at that. They were wise. They knew.
Gotta keep it safe. Needs that Wraith Band. We'll be able to pull the creep wave and get some gold out of it. MNZ. They're doing the old fighting.
The blink from MNZ, the pushback.
Okay, that worked actually pretty good. The Nightmare helped a lot.
I think they still get the kill on Lelis here. Do they go? Oh no, he'll back off. I think he needed the Frost Shield if he wanted to go for the dive. But they're both so low. The amount of regen needed for this lane is insane.
Yes, laning against the anti-mage is not fun looking at all. They had to put Bane down here as well, rather than the Void Spirit, because Void Spirit would do even worse against the anti-mage. That anti-mage pick was quite effective, even though it's really early in the draft, which feels like they gave them a big advantage.
Yeah, but Quinn doing a great job in that mid lane, like you said. 17 and 2 CS currently to 12 and 1 on the Shadow Fiend, so it's a little difficult for him to get too close, but he's doing just fine.
That's really good. Just feels so bad for anybody that's laning against anti-mage. Just gets the Orb of Venom and you just can't get away. Pairing Lich with him is going to give him a really good start.
This is something that Thunder Predator does pretty frequently, is they try to shore up the runes for Leo style. Like, they actually pay a lot of attention to their mid player and really baby him quite a bit. Although MSS here with the bottle. Still going to be able to grab the haste rune for Leo.
You have been denied.
Comes mid, drains some mana. Make it a little bit harder for him to lane there. A little tip to MSS. Thank you, MSS. Oh, we reflected the brain sap. Lost mana, took damage. Feels really bad. He's got a wand.
Be careful. Yeah, he's still gonna go for it and then just blinks away. All right. This is a big anti-mage. Middle lane, some plays trying to be made here on Quinn. The drag back, though, into the tower range. Not going to be able to land that last raise over there. Get the final hit on Quinn, even though they popped that haste rune. Nice dodge from Quinn.
That was good.
Being a little sassafras here.
Still a good play by MSS. To lower Nyx's health that much, he can't really pressure anymore, so doing those little regen trades is really important. Really crucial small movements.
MSS. Nice dodge. Not just a little bit too early. And they're really just getting feisty.
Yeah, I'd maybe argue that MSS doesn't want to skill dissimulate there, but he kind of needed it to make sure that he didn't die to the Shadow Feign and give him kill advantage, so unnecessary evil. SF now equal last hits. A little pressure coming from Quinn though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Top lane, you are. Body blocked here by Frank. Whirling axes giving a bit more time. Matthew just clicking away. Has a spy. Carapace. They need another hit. It's going to be the boar. It actually helps to seal the fate.
Lane's not so good, going so good for Quincy here. Feels like they're losing the safe lane. Feels like they're losing the off lane a little bit. I mean, I guess Troll has good last hits, but it's not anywhere near close where anti-mage is. But on the bright side, Troll does work pretty well against AM in the sense that getting roots against AM can be pretty effective, so he can beat the hero, but I just don't have massive faith in Troll Warlord as a carry with his ultimate. His ultimate is good potentially, but they have plenty of ways to stun him. They can use Frost Armor on whoever he's going on, so I'm not sure that I like the Troll too much at the moment. He's very good at hitting buildings, so that's one good thing. And he's going to have Empower, I guess, so you can farm probably equally fast as anti-mage.
I think it just became very difficult when they started just banning every core left in the pool at that point to make sure that UR doesn't have much that he can pick from. But Quinn manning up a little bit over here. He's looking for that rune. He's going to zip forward. Matthew trying to protect it.
He got it.
Quinn with the snatch up.
Matthew basically just had to like hope that he doesn't get it, or he could have moved away from the illusion rune, which would have been successful. But that was actually a pretty big steal considering how low Leo Style's mana is. Like imagine if Leo Style has 200 more mana, that's more races that go towards Quinn. So stealing the bottle, bottling that rune was a huge advantage.
MNZ though currently top of the net worth, 3K. 2.4 over on Troll. He's close, but definitely not having as good of a time as MNZ in that bottom lane, especially after he collected himself a double kill very early on.
Magnus is gonna die bottom pretty soon, I assume. Well, technically mid.
Well, I mean, Lelis is leading them on a merry chase.
Yes, he really is.
He could just TP. Do they have a Sinister Gaze on?
He doesn't have mana for jump and that, but he's got boots, so he basically, I guess he's just gonna live here.
Frank
he was able to run. Never mind, he wants to die.
Okay, he's gonna die to tower.
Okay.
Matthew will happily take that.
I mean, if he TP's back, he has to run back. A little peculiar, but whatever.
It's so much free time for anti-mage, though.
It is, but it doesn't necessarily. He wasn't going to be able to contest anti-mage anyway, so it's not really free time. What it does do is it stacks the wave up. That way, anti-mage can't control it. Then he's going to be able to get those last hits under tower. So, yes, AM gets free farm, but he would have it anyways.
And Quinn's playing that mid lane so well. He's dodging everything here. Lelis is standing nearby, sitting only at level 4. Probably just wants to give Quinn some help. Take it to camp, perhaps. Double damage picked up by MSS. A lot of movement towards this mid lane.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good time to kill Shadow Fiend. Quinn's got level 7, so he's got tons of damage. But the hard part is they don't have great disable or setup. And the other thing that really hurts is that they lost the offlane so bad that Pexu is basically aimless, and being like the whole purpose of Bane is to win your lane, and he did not win the lane against the anti-mage, and now he's going to feel like he has nowhere to get levels, which is going to delay his level 6, which is just going to make him feel like a useless hero.
All right, there's the first roar. They want to try to just eradicate UR. It's a good pull back, though, over onto Leo Style. Buys a little bit more time, but he still manages to get the last hit. And now MSS, he's only level 4. He's going to have to try to dissimulate. They'll go pop the Carapace. You managed to stun him for a moment. But Leo Style's going to be pretty happy about that gank here.
Yep. MSS did all he could to slow that down, and maybe if Troll has his ulti, he can delay the death, but it probably wasn't going to produce anything effective. So that's what Pexu's been doing. He's just been stacking Ancients. That'll get him and his team a little bit back into the game when the Empowers come out for his melee heroes.
Definitely feels bad to play a Bane from behind. It's not a character that can easily clear waves. It's very just generally vulnerable. You are throwing out a little damage over here to MNZ. And it's an anti-mage, though. It doesn't care too much. It's just gonna back off and farm elsewhere.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure that he doesn't get any easy farm. That's why he even walked over from the large camp and checked the small to see if aim was there. See if they can pressure Frank here.
I feel like they should be able to.
Quinn being a little careful.
Look at the response,
on his
though, coming out. Matthew making his way over to Quinn. Doesn't quite land that impale. Quinn just a bit too fast. MSS, though, still left on the side. Does have that remnant. Leo Style looking through the trees. Just needs to get the right angle. Simulate going forward instead of backwards. So a nice little dodge. But who expects the ganking anti-mage? Come on now. All right. M&Z getting the kill. Good rotation.
Yeah. He realized, like, I'm not going to do very much in this safe lane, so I'm going to go rotate top. Perfect dive there. The board's been doing a lot of work in this lane. All these heroes are very pressured by the slow. Quinn's going to try to slow it down a little bit, but he's got to be really careful about disable and mana drain.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now, did he get an Iron Talon too on the AM?
If he did, that is very good. Yes.
Very good. Let's have to be a little careful, sitting very low.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, MJZ getting dove. You can see the TPs are coming out. I'm not sure about this. Matthew just a little bit too late to have that impale, but I think it still is dangerous either way.
Yeah.
This is a huge stack.
That stack did not work, but still, yeah, that's like a 4 or 5 stack. They'll probably back him and take it. How many levels of Empower does Magnus have? I'm curious how strong this is going to be. 4 levels. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, clearing the stack. He'll help him tank it right now. He's got tangos as well, so they're going to probably clear this now after taking the tier 1 tower. It's less likely that the enemies will even respond to this because they would have been busy. Anti-mage, no Battle Fury yet. Troll's got his Battle Fury. And what are you doing with your life?
He was ganking. He was ganking the top lane. That's what he was doing with his life. Might be able to find this kill on Pexu, though. It's another kill going over to Leo Style.
Might be able to. Oh my god. Surrounded by like 4 heroes.
Sometimes when I say that, it doesn't actually happen, and I get a lot of flack for it. So there's always the possibility. But in that case, yeah, probably not. Double damage going to be available for Quinn.
Very good on Ember. Shadow Fiend's now worth is pretty solid. Definitely above Quinn's. Though so far seems good. I don't know if SF necessarily, like normally when you have an AM, you want like 4 other heroes that are just really good at running around and fighting. And Shadow Fiend can have some issues there. The Yule Scepter will give him better options, but I generally prefer like some tanky frontline Viper, Death Prophet type hero to go push towers. Because SF has to be a little bit careful about getting jumped on.
It's a good point for sure.
Looks like they're playing to defend in the top lane. One advantage that they have.
JZ with the eyes, pulling him back in. Frank with the roar. They'll be able to hold him into place, but MSS was waiting very patiently. Nice Nightmare coming out from Pexu. Buys Quinn a little bit more time. He doesn't have any mana left, though. He can't go anywhere. They need one more hit. They'll be able to take down JZ, but Quinn, he's got the bottle. There's the Nightmare coming out from Pexu, holding him in place. That's a dead anti-mage. As MSS slowed down on the side, there's the ultimate coming out from Leo's now, but it didn't quite connect correctly. Frank hiding in the tree line. Like you are coming in, he's just got too much damage, and that's just a dead Leo style. Matthew still stuck in the trees as well. Throws out the impale, still alive. They'll end up losing Frank. It's very good fight for Quincy crew here.
Dude,
that's what I was thinking.
Owned that fight so hard. Like the nightmare to protect Quinn from some damage. The Chain Frost might have damaged him, but either way, good nightmare. The bottom little time to get a slate off. And then he hits 6 in the middle of the fight, gets that grip on anti-mage that was absolutely game-changing. Got full duration there, and they were able to kill the AM, and in a circumstance that I did not imagine AM dying.
And all of a sudden, Peksu is very useful, despite having a difficult time during the laning phase.
The Ember Spirit did buy back, though, right? Am I wrong on that? I think he died. Pretty sure. No? Was that a no? Am I crazy? He did, yeah. He did buy back. That's what I thought. I thought he died, but then he used there in the fight as well. So he lost some net worth buying back, which has hurt them a little bit, but as a whole, that fight was so good. Killed all the enemy team. And it's okay for him to be a little bit behind this game, in my opinion, because he's got Empower, so he's going to farm faster, and the Troll's also going to farm really fast. So it feels like they're going to be able to stay ahead with it. Or at least stay even.
God, I forgot that that's a taunt. I was like, why am I hearing like Parisian music? The Link Dagger picked up on Magnus. That's going to make it even scarier for the side of Thunder Predator, knowing that the way that Lelis plays too, like you saw it on his axe, this guy is everywhere he wants to be. And everywhere that you don't.
Mm-hmm. The stacks continue. Quinn defends the top lane pretty easy here. Got Nyx rotating up top here. It's really rough for Thunder Predator. They haven't taken the tier 1 yet, because getting into the jungle just feels a lot harder if you haven't taken the tier 1 first. It's more likely your opponents will collapse on you, kill you, that kind of thing. And Quincy crew just continues to defend it. They're bringing their pressure over.
Busy immediately got to get pounced upon by MSS.
Wow. Very dead. And that's what's cool about their gank, actually. And the nice thing about the 4-position Void Spirits, it's really easy to land the stun follow-up if you catch them with the ulti. So grabbing a support like that, the only one that would have been a little hard is maybe Nyx, because it's likely that he gets Spike Carapace off. But Lich, super easy kill.
Alright, well, the laning stage didn't go necessarily super well for the side of Quincy, but I would say they've made up for it, considering that you are now top of the net worth. And they've been making a lot of good moves and plays around the map.
Yep, showing up to the fight and getting the Shadow Fiend kill, and then also all these ancient stacks. Basically, Peksu taking the fact that he doesn't have good levels, and he channeled it into getting gold for his cores, which has been really nice. They do see Matthew Nightmare.
Yep. You see Leo style turn back around. He's like, yeah, no.
They're definitely going to want to go on him, but it's hard.
Drag back with the Shockwave and the Skewer. He's a pesky bug, but you are be able to squash him.
That's one of those moments where you like gotta feel it out. It's like, is anybody else coming? If they didn't have that Observer Ward in the Sentry, I think they just run away there. But because nobody else showed up, they felt pretty comfortable to go for the kill. Just took some careful plotting.
Yeah. They're lucky too, because that Observer was just about to go down. The Sentry was fresh, but
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there it is.
So they're going to feel really confident to move through the jungle. They didn't use any major abilities getting that kill. Nyx isn't scouting them out, so now they're going to pressure mid tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Do they know that Lelis has the blink? I think they do, right?
Probably. They probably saw it, yeah.
Good positioning from Quincy here. Like how MSS is playing very far forward, so he can get a quick grab if necessary. Busy, the zip forward. It's a nice impale. Drag back here on the Lich. He's dead.
That's the second time now.
I hear it. Oh, the RP from Lelis on 2 heroes. They were ready. They weren't in position. It was a beautiful RP, but
the Yules was huge. He interrupted the Skewer. Otherwise, those 2 heroes would have been over by the small camp, and Quincy would have completely dominated them. That's why they weren't there in time, because he was just trying to grab somebody and bring them to his team. But Shadow Fiend absolutely saving their lives.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yasuo's pretty good here. Lots of physical damage. Gonna help everybody on his team deal more.
All those neutral items dropping now too.
Yeah, really good auras from Beastmaster. He does a really good job of like still winning the lane, channeling into aura items that don't necessarily make him much more strong, but he also doesn't feed. Sometimes when you buy just aura items on Beastmaster, it feels a little bit inadequate. Almost BKB for troll. And normally I'd be like, he's only at S and Y BKB, feels a little bit weak. The magic is that, of course, he's gonna have empowered. So. And they're gonna go take a Roche.
Early Roche, it feels, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty early. The Vlad's helps a lot. They don't see anything.
They're blind. Well, they're gonna be. Oh, but they're making their way over. Sixth Sense. Matthew, the spy carapace, trying to just
Matthew's
interrupt. See a nice roar over onto UR. Chain Frost being dropped, and they immediately Delta split as they chase after Matthew on the back line. MSS finding the kill. And Leo Style will follow up with blowing up MSS, but the rest of the team still hot in pursuit. Sentry ward getting shot by MJZ. The blink 4. This is not looking good for Lich. He will be sacrificed. Here you are, God. I still have
Lich
vision over there.
It literally feels like a vulnerability this game compared to some other games, but have nice mobility on Quincy, so it's hard for him not to just get bursted. And I really didn't think this Roche was going to be in Quincy's hands 30 seconds ago. That's because I never look at the mini-map, but also because Thunder Predator is really strong, and I thought that they were going to be able to snipe that one with pretty decent damage.
Is this your reminder to, you know, to make sure you check the mini? Oh, nice deny with the boar. Very nice.
I don't even bother reminding myself because I know I'm not going to do it.
You have terrible map awareness. This is definitely a grip, and this is definitely a dead anti-mage, especially once Quinn zips on in.
And they have medallions, so that's Deso plus medallion to lower his armor. And in the meantime, UR might be able to get a kill here. Needs a root. He's playing it with him a little bit. Okay. Doesn't work out. He does have a sentry here, though. If Matthew moves forward, they could fight.
Looks like he's gonna back off, though. Does have the rest of the team kind of getting in position on the high ground. Be patient. They have the blink on Leo stuff. They want to go in on this. I guess perhaps they don't know where Pexu is. And some of the other heroes, they're not showing on the map, so. Back to biding their time here.
I like the mech idea for MSS. I think it'll be really nice. Just utility items for his team. That allows Magnus to focus on slightly different ones, and they can knock most of them out. Just help their team win team fights. What does Magnus currently have for items? Okay, just blink still. Treads. Possible an item.
He's got something coming out right now.
Yeah.
His courier's making his way downtown.
Not that one. And that one.
Okay, are you kidding me? Let's would never have just a regular courier. No.
Okay.
This guy's stylish. He's got that Vlad's now. What is that? The throw courier? Is that it?
Yeah, throw. The EG throw one.
Yeah.
That's an old school. Very old.
I have that with the gem in it for how many EG games I watched.
Oh,
real
good choice. All right, they're just here pressuring a tier 3 tower.
Mechanic completed.
They're just gonna force this. They've got the Vlad, so they're pretty good at fighting. Oh,
the dragon.
Good initiation.
They're gonna just skewer him right out, and they just surround him from all sides. The roar was great, but it's not gonna save him. Matthews by Carapace. Perhaps great was the wrong word. It was a self-preservation roar, but when you surround them on all sides, it's not gonna matter for the other half.
They can keep doing this too. As soon as light changes up.
Got vision. No fear on the side of Quincy crew at all. No Beastmaster to worry about. When Beastmaster comes back out, there's no roar. Very mighty right now. Quinn coming back in with full mana, full health.
They lost creeps for a little bit, but they're back.
Throwing axes left and right.
It's so hard for them to fight. Is that a satanic?
Yeah,
what the hell?
Or I just got it delivered.
Where did that come from?
It just got delivered.
Oh my god. No, I just
Amazon
mean
Prime.
like he's so farmed. Holy crap. Just has S&Y Satanic in 23 minutes? What the? I was like so confused. I was like, surely this must be an error. Nobody buys Satanic this early. Ever. 22 minutes Satanic? But he's got the damage from Empower. He's got all the setup from his allies. He doesn't really need BKB. It only really protects him against Chain Frost and maybe like SF ulti. Some Nyx stuff. And they're just going to keep going. They feel like they're stronger.
They are.
Push
They're
the
so
advantage.
strong right now. They're so strong.
All right, AM doing AM things though.
I mean, what else can he do? Especially when, you know, the Frank. No, it's going to be
Roar?
Matthew getting drawn in with the dissimulate. He's looking for the roar. He's just not able to get it off in time. The wind-up animation. Quinn, look at that. He wants it. It's so juicy. He's still going to be able to go grab. Goes right back in again. Pulling back Frank. Leo Style standing up on the high ground, but he realizes he can't go toe-to-toe with everything that's being thrown at him. Zip back in from Quinn. He waited perfectly. They're going to jump forward with the Astral Step. MSS body blocking Leo Style. Oh.
Oh, no. He realizes his mistake. He starts channeling and he's like, no, he's dead. And he starts running and he's like, oh shit, they're going to catch me. I got to cast it now. And then Quinn just jumps right through it. And just mistake after mistake.
This is not, oh god, Quinn. All right, Quinn, calm down. They don't want to calm down. But look at this, jumping in, MSS. Finds a kill, might, yeah, definitely dies there. A bit of a deep dive. Aegis gets reclaimed, but the buildings, the damage is done. MNZ, he took a row. He took the top tower and Rax, but the rest of his team.
It's actually not that big of a deal for Quincy. Like, they know they're way stronger than Anti-Mage, but they don't want to have to chase him around and try to kill him. So it's just easier for them to go high ground. And taking 2 racks, especially the mid racks, feels pretty easy. And the reason that they went the racks this way, the last racks remains the top one. That means they basically just have to play on the top side of the map. And the other lanes are going to push in naturally. And what's on the top lane? Roshan. So, like, by taking the mid and the bottom racks, they put themselves in a great place. It's going to be harder for AM to push in all the other lanes. And even though, yeah, you're not getting as much golden experience, they don't care. They're just going to keep going. They just need to fight before AM gets like an item and a half more. And even if they do fight, they still have pretty good hero matchups against him.
I'm actually really surprised. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Pexu go for like a smoke and just waiting on the side to try to catch this AM.
It could
Obviously
be good
needs,
if they
like,
can
a
TP.
+1 or so, but
Honestly, they don't even need to kill Anti-Mage that much. Void Spirit's going to clear the mid wave a little bit. The rest of his team, like Void, he's most likely one to die here. Yeah.
yeah, Neo Style hopping on forward, but the rest of the team sitting on the back lines. Lelis waiting. It's a good grip overall, but it still doesn't matter. They'll take that MJZ here.
We go to the north.
There's a fight going north. North, please. All right, another Nightmare coming out. Leo Style getting pushed right back in again. He's got the BKB, but they have the RP. They just hold him in place. It doesn't even matter.
Countered by Deso. SF has all this utility with BKB and Yules and Blink, but he's going to die instantly to a troll that's on top of him, or even an Ember Spirit. They're going mid, they're going top now. They'll push into the tier 2. AIM's going to try to cut the creep wave's bottom to create some space and get himself some gold, but him showing up to these fights is not going to change the outcome, really. Everybody's so farmed on Quincy crew at this point. They're so effective at fighting. Like, look how easy it is for them to set up. They do a slight chains, good luck preventing that. Then they do the Aether Remnant, and then after they do a skewer. Like, it's so scary.
It's very beautiful Dota. It's super efficient. And everyone's just moving together. It's strange in some senses because, you know, Pexu is, of course, a stand-in. But he's fitting in with the rest of the team so well, it feels. Yeah.
It's a good demonstration of how good of a player he is. Because he's made very few mistakes from what I've seen in the matches he's played. All right, Butterfly's up. That's one thing AM's got going for him. There is not True Strike on Quincy crew. They went for a Basher on Troll, I think. So he can attack quickly, but he's still vulnerable, but...
Nice.
Oh my god, that damage.
Light.
Damage is so insane.
Forcing them out at the very least here. 78 for Remnant is an invis. The jump forward though, over onto Quinn. They pop the things, but again, these nightmares from Pexu. Doesn't matter. Do they have the? Yeah, they've got the detection. It was a good try to save, but
a little late for Pexu to remove the Nightmare there. He was still disabled after the invulnerability period, so small mistake. I don't think Quinn would have survived. Maybe he had a wand, it's possible, but either way, good grab for Thunder Predator. It gives him some time. Roshan is not up though. It's very long before it's up, so this is not that big of a deal for Quincy. They get a little gold advantage. They got their kill, but doesn't matter. They walk in and check. It's not there. No couriers flying out to spot things. This is a little dangerous.
they've got vision on Leo style too.
All the stats resistance on Ywar is great, but
this is sus. Look at this. They're smoked up behind Ywar because they know that Thunder Predator is going to want to get aggressive.
Playing around Ywar, it's really good plan of Ywar to kill that Observer Ward. It's going to make it harder for them to get a good initiation. I don't think they see him.
He popped a smoke or did it run out?
Not sure. I don't know. Was anybody smoked?
Yes, they were smoked up behind Ywar.
Okay. Oh, they're going in.
Okay, they found Pexu. That's a quick pick off. Drums of War getting popped up. They're going to jump over onto Lelis, and they use the Roar. They don't want to allow any sort of RP on the back lines, though. MSS try to run away. He zips out, has 2 Astral Steps. Look at MNZ. He wants this kill so badly. Buybacks are coming out, though. Lelis wants to be a part of this, knows that you are still alive. And this Roche, again, on everybody's mind. Not up just yet, but... Oh, never mind. I lied. What's up?
Magnus buyback a little weak, but most importantly is that he is there to try to make sure the Troll is actually an effective hero. Giving him a 40% damage increase could change a lot here. They need to cover him. Don't want to let him die. The Roche is up. They're scanning for it. Zervord gets killed. So much about this is finding a good initiation.
Keep seeing those lights on the back line. You can't go into that pit knowing there's a Magnus.
Yep.
Roar's not available. It's too scary for Thunder. I guess, you know, you do have the Chain Frost, which does a lot of damage, but you have very mobile heroes, too, coming out from the side of Quincy crew. So you just Delta split, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it all comes down to who gets initiated on. They have lots of burst on Thunder Predator. AM does a lot of damage. They have some saves, but they got to be careful. Putting Ember in the front is a lot safer with his Lincoln Sphere, but he's still burstable. The gem's going to help a lot, though. They killed a lot of sentries now. It's going to make things like Glimmer Cape another salvation. Something that didn't allow Pexu to save himself last fight. That sentry that was near that cliff. Oh!
That was very close.
It's really close. Okay, but with AM TPing away, this might give him an opportunity to force the fight now, because now we know AM is bottom. The Rax advantage paying off, basically. And they're going to start on it. It's going to die pretty quick with Desto and Troll here, while he builds up stacks.
When sliding, trying to get that vision to outside the pit.
AM's coming.
They've got the Roar. Jump in, coming out from NZ.
Oh, they got it now.
Grab MSS, they'll grab the Beastmaster, though, on the side. The jump forward from Frankie's looking for the Roar. Oh, there it is. MNZ, though, he picks up the Aegis, and there's an RP right in the middle. Look at all the damage coming out just from this Chain Frost. They have to move away. They'll end up losing Frank. They lose Lelis. MSS next to fall. MNZ sitting very, very low. But he's got the Aegis. He's coming right back up again, baby.
Okay.
Neo style, hoping to grab someone. Light coming out from Quinn. Just taking a nap, you know. It's not looking good. That's a dead Pexu.
Oh, the worst possible circumstance there. They were gonna get it, but they jumped in. The RP was just a fraction of a second too late there. And it was the Roar. The Beastmaster walked in and looked at him with his face and was like, all right, I'm roaring you. That's the obvious target. Maybe you can blame somebody in Quincy for not going in there and stopping Beastmaster from running in that moment, because it could have been very different outcomes. Like, Anti-Mage did get taken down, but he had the Aegis. And they did grab Cheese on Troll, but it's the worst possible timing for that to happen. But there isn't really anybody on Quincy that necessarily could have done anything. The Void Spirit had already run out and bought time. Anti-Mage jumped for him. He didn't get the catch, so that was great play by MSS. But if the Bane runs forward, he probably just gets jumped on and dies as well. So nobody was there to stop the Bristle. See, there's MSS doing a great job buying time. Here comes the Beastmaster. He's running in. Bane can't stop him. Magnus doesn't want to do it, and they go in. RP is great, but just a little late. And then watch all the disable that goes on Ywar here. He goes into fight, then he gets ultied by SF. Then he gets pulled by the Lich here. So Ywar was really limited in what he could do in that fight.
very big point for
Dire's
Thunder
bottom
Predator
tower
there,
is under
for
attack.
sure. All right, well, less than 1K net worth lead coming out here.
Dire's middle
Me like
tower
last
is
game
under
again.
attack.
Oh no.
Dire's
Like it's
bottom
good. It's good
tower
Dota.
has fallen.
I just don't want to get hiccups in the middle of the fight like I did last time. Oh, too exciting. It's great. I love it. So much Dota. So much fun.
Troll's net worth is still kind of catapulting into a good way, though. BKB's finished for him. He's queuing up MKB next that he can deal with the AM. And he's definitely still a big threat. AM's got to be worried. It's not just the fact that he can root him, it's also that he's got a blind. Mantis is only going to prevent or stop one of those things, though, in every fight. So
It's a huge wave mid.
Dire's bottom tower is under
it is.
attack.
And the 2 racks is still, once again, a really nice advantage. Quincy Crew might be able to grab the Nyx here. I don't know if he's invis or not. I think they have gem, though.
Yeah, they have
There's
vision,
the
they have
sentry.
protection.
They see him.
Slight, Matthew, trying to scooty booty out. Spy Carapace buys him a little bit of time, but there's 5 heroes there.
50-second advantage instantly. Thunder Predator sprinting across the map, trying to cut creep waves. Get something done while they have 10 seconds while Quincy Crew approaches the base. No buyback from Nyx. It's a big offensive point of Thunder Predator to follow up on some other stun.
I love the smoke in the back. They sit back, they wait for them to pounce, and then Lelis follows up.
Radiant's top
I like that
tower is
Pexu's
under
standing on the
attack.
Aether Remnant just in case AM jumps on him. He's going to get stunned.
Are fortified.
He's the one that he wants to take out.
All right, Leo style. Being a little cheeky.
Radiant's
MNZ jumping in. They've got the BKB on Yuar, though. Go, pops the Manta. Threw out the Chain Frost, but it didn't do a whole heck of a lot. Yuar is still just chasing after
Why?
some of these. I'm not
Why?
sure. I'm not sure. Maybe setting up for Lelis to get the RP of his life. I don't know, but MNZ, Yuar needs to be so careful. He's just not going to survive that.
What?
Questionable.
He must have
Pexu.
misclicked or something.
Yeah, that
He
was
had to have
disastrous.
misclicked. Yeah,
that was absolutely disastrous.
had to be a misclick. There's like no other possibility there, I don't think. Maybe he thought one of those was anti-mage. That was the other possibility, but I think that, I don't know. From us, it seemed clear, obviously, because we can see the colors of the illusions,
Right.
but it's either a misclick or he really thought one of those was anti-mage and he was going to be able to get a pickup. So pretty catastrophic mistake for sure, because they were probably going to back up.
Lelis?
Obviously.
Did
very
Lelis
good.
just buy back? Oh no. Okay, the BKB though, he pushes back and they might be able to get a kill on Matthew here. Lelis getting bashed up though. MNZ going to town. They'll take down Matthew, but they take Lelis and there's no buyback. MNZ's pretty far in.
So what
Alright,
they
though.
really wanted to do was BKB gets popped on Troll, they take the tier 3 tower, they're gonna have to back and disengage and maybe look for another kill before going high ground again, having an advantage, but they got Troll so out of position that it put him in a bad spot. Really nice pull by the Lich as well when he got so far out to keep him even more out of position. But on the bright side, Quinn's still getting very farmed, almost BKB for him, so he's not gonna have to worry as much about Nyx. It's made all of his fights very difficult. He can't just like jump in and focus when he wants to.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh, they're running. Yep. Not worth staying now.
Yeah, no. You don't want to stay there. You don't want. Look at MNZ, the Abyssal
bash.
Blade just coming in here. MSS cleans up. They force the BKB out of UR.
They're really worried now. 5k advantage for Thunder Predator. That mistake was so costly. They could have just held map control for a while, look for a pick, but they had to retreat across the whole map. And now Thunder
tower.
Predator's doing the same thing back. Bad glyph too. Not that it mattered that much. It buys some time, I guess, but
They still have the RP. Lelis is sitting far back, but look at the way that Thunder Predator is playing. They're so spread out. Matthew running a little bit of that mana. Quinn sliding around. The spell shield's up.
tries to deny.
Probably just gonna have to let this go.
It's really hard to fight into AM there. When he's got Solar Crest on him, good luck. So, all right, we have a pretty even game. Thunder Predator up 7k net worth. AM definitely feels like the scarier carry, considering how mobile he is. He's got Abyssal Blade, Spell Prisms up now. He's got Lifesteal from his neutral item as well, so his ability to fight the other carry to the death is going to be a little bit easier. Picks up level 25 Mana Void cooldown talent. Very good against Void Spirit, against Bane, against others too. So back on the map. Now they can slowly recontrol their side of the map. We'll see if they grab that observer ward over there. Might spot some of their locations. I think they saw them moving down. Leveler, great pickup.
And Ninja.
Really good though. Which one?
They picked up the ninja gear. I think MNZ actually found it, but
okay.
having that little bit of mystery and not knowing where people are did prove very useful. War, TP's out. They pinged. They knew he was down there.
Yeah, he showed on the creep wave. No, I don't know if he did. Already got creeps in their base anyways.
Yep.
I feel like it's been a while since we saw like 2 Raxes be even. Like it feels like taking a Rax set doesn't matter as much as it used to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird to have both sets on both teams be down this early. But it's made for a cool game. Definitely changes some of the tactical stuff. If you lose one fight, that's game. If you lose one fight bad, especially with a leveler, that could be huge later on.
The tension in this games have been just absolutely out of this world, honestly speaking.
I think effectively Quincy crew is scared to fight until they get MKB on the troll. When he gets MKB, it's going to be easier to fight. But with the butterfly and the AM, if he's missing 35% of his hits, that's really crucial and an easy way to lose the match. So it's about 800 gold away from it, and it looks like he's buying it out. Oh no! He just sold his Blitz Knuckles for 500 gold. Why?
I don't know. There's been a lot of why questions in this game, Purge, and I don't know.
Is it because he wanted the damage? But no, that can't be worth it. I'm so confused. I saw 500 when he sold it.
Perhaps he's thinking that it's easier to. I got nothing here for you, Purge.
Maybe he tried to sell the Wraith Band or something that's so big, and now they're not going to have it for this Roche fight.
Oh, that's a disaster. Look how fast he's just getting chonked down. They're not even going to be able to contest.
Yeah.
It's done. It's theirs. It belongs to them.
They get an extra SF? Yeah. Really good to have the double fear. It's a lot of team fight control. I don't know if they would have been able to do it either way, but... Oh, this one's going to burn into Yoar's memory for the rest of his life, I think. Thinking about the mistakes.
Hey, if he turns it around, yeah.
Yes. If they turn around, it's fine. Now they're just trying to contest high ground. Waiting for them to run into him. Hoping for a good one-sided fight.
Now, on the bright side, they do have ways to deal with these waves that are getting pushed in, right? You have an Ember Spirit. Yep. He can quickly just zip back to a Remnant. No problem. Or it's a little bit more difficult for the side of Thunder Predator to do that.
E-Blade on Anti-Mage. More damage, more attack speed, and most importantly, he can use it to hard counter Ywar. Ywar does have BKB, but you can do something like E-Blade the guy that Ywar has committed on, keep him alive. Or use it as a finishing blow. E-Blade then Mana Void. It might catch him.
Oh, BKB coming out from Leo style. Matthew. Oh, that's my Carapace. It's so good. The RP coming in, though, on the backside. BKB, can they finish him off? Yeah, they'll be able to take down Matthew. To take down Leo style. The buybacks are coming out, though. Chasing here, Ywar. A couple of bounces here with that Chain Frost, but they need to be careful. Again, they just go back in with the roar. MNZ's a madman diving onto the back lines, jumping for it. Gets that Abyssal off. Lola's trying to pull him back, but there's no mana left over here. Quinn, he can't survive this. He's down. He might have to buy back as Ywar goes chasing after all of these heroes on the back lines, but he doesn't have anybody to protect him here. This is not looking great for the side of Quincy crew, but they'll go back in. Ywar just trying to lifesteal as much as possible. Can they get this? Oh, E-Blade again, though. He's disarmed. He can't hit anything. He's forced to use those spider legs. Crawl away. Quinn, though, is left out high and dry. He's just being wailed on to death. There's no buyback over here on this Ember Spirit. Leo style trying to run out. Does have his eyes on Pexu the Nightmare, but they've got the race. They'll go back in again. They've got their eyes on MSS. He's got no mana left, and they'll nuke him down.
Really good fight from Thunder Predator there. Things looked okay for Quincy crew at times. They killed the Shadow Fiend right away, but they used so much to kill him, and he just buys back. It's been hard for Ywar to just stick on the backlines and pick them off. The Yules have been huge. The Disables have been huge.
Buybacks and mass. Push back again here on MNZ. He blinks forward back to the tower. This E-Blade's doing work. Ywar just can't do much of anything if he can't hit. And MSS, the BKB comes out from UR. They'll be able to go and take down the Nyx assassin. MNZ trying to man fight here. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it. They get a couple of
this is big.
dashes. This is really big. Are they going to be able to get the kill? That's going to be the Aegis. He's down the first time, but they need to get more than that. E-Blade again, the Chain Frost. Everybody is held together, and it doesn't do quite enough damage as they'll jump right back in. Again, he can't hit anything. He can't hit anyone right now. UR trying to fight through, and he just is not able to with Leo's style.
That is going to be the end of the game. Amazing utility usage against the troll in these last 3 fights.